Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Go!
Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Out of time. Hurry! Run. 56, Mike, 56. Hey, foxtrot. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get ready. Jump. Hey, alert 33. Switch. Check nickel. Slam. I got it.
They'll try the left side. Chandler, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Point it right. We all there. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. You better break. Hurry. Alert. Mike, 56. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Mayfield to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Let's go, D. Shift. Run.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the slant.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield looking left side. That's caught by Landry. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. I'm coming after you.
First down, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Watch safety screaming. Check 31. Regular.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run on first down. It's Chandler, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hurry. 56. Mike's 56.
Hey, alert. Hey, Charlie.
56. Check 56.
Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, ready.
53, check 53. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Showing it, showing it. Switch, switch, switch.
Ready, ready.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready, 18, Gator.
Mike, number 53, Mike 53. Let's go. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Check your backer, check your backer. Kill, kill, kill.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
So that'll back him up 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Jim. What?
McCaffrey following the penalty. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Check 3, check 3.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Wildfield.
5, go.
53, check 53. Watch the screen.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Set up, 10 Lobo.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
You draw corkers.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Bang, bang.
Hard.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick is indeed good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
That's it. Big hit.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, 25's the mic. We go. 25's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Watch the safety creep. Quick the edge. Come.
Get it.
Greer looks to throw. Going deep here for Stills. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Under crunch. Check 99. Check 99.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Watch the run. Watch out. Check. Fresno.
Real.
Sweat.
Hey, exit.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
59, Mike, 59.
Hey, echo.
59. Tackle. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hurry.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The kick by Maher is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Out. Slam. Hatchet. Check three.
Ready.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Indy.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Chance. Hey, switch gears. Shift.
Bam.
Check 24.
5.
3rd and 2. Greer under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Right there. 56. Come on. Switch.
Point it right.
Hurry.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
First down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Let's go, defense.
On first down, Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Squeeze, hit it.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 6 guys. Check 6.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Regular.
Check 59.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
59. Let's go one more.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant.
Check 53. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Hey, let's go.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the
3
set.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, I'm coming. Tight dog.
McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Crunch time, defense. Watch twist.
Now.
44
Now.
They'll try and run here with Barber. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I'll bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hurry! Run.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hurry! They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hey, Alpha!
Mike, he's coming. Check in. I got it.
Mike 28. Mike 28.
Pick me up. Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards.
First down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Set. 180.
Check 56. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Alert.
56. Mike, 56.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. following the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
High 7.
Let's go, let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Greer. It's complete. Stills. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Switch up. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
53, Mike. 3
Go.
Greer on first down. He's got Smith here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Smooth.
44, Mike, 44. Bang it.
5.
Again, Greer. And he comes back with one complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He's coming. We got time.
Real.
They'll begin the drive with punt, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That's it, baby.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 22, Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go, go.
Mike 28. Mike 28. Squeeze, double.
Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Barber. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Go.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Ready?
Mike spoke.
Recon, 132 fighter.
10. Check.
Right up.
Here's McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And his kick here is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. He's back to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with time running out as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he got it. He puts it through, and it's the ultimate capper to the regular season. And the Panthers have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Carolina, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Bruce.